There you go. I've taken out the Dark Lady. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Surviving the Apocalypse, the Nerds Way, on location. We are at the Supanova Expo in Perth, Australia.
Yes, that's right. Oh, whoa, look at there. The cosplayers everywhere.
We have a huge crowd with us today.
Woo, say hi, crowd.
Yeah, just edit in a track applause there if you could, John.
Oh, my goodness. The fans are just everywhere. In fact, we had to get hired security to keep everyone off.
Yeah, we've got a huge crowd here, so it's good to see. So we'll field questions later on. And yeah, absolute nonsense. We found a nice quiet place in like the back corner of the convention centre here.
Indeed.
And we're just basically going to talk crap for about half an hour.
Yes.
And it's going to be great. We have done some recording already.
Indeed, we've interviewed some cosplayers.
Indeed.
Some amazing talent, and some people who just bought it off the internet.
Yeah.
So you get all types here. It's great, but everyone's looking fantastic.
My favourite has definitely been the Dark Lady Sylvanas, even though she's a filthy horde. And
filthy horde.
Yeah.
So that's the other the
faction in the World of Warcraft universe. Yes.
Yeah. So and, just making we cleared that up. Okay.
And the Lich Queen, which is pretty glorious. She did well.
So what's the difference between Sylvanas and the Lich Queen?
The Lich Queen. At this stage, probably not a lot. So it's actually the Lich King. They've just gender swapped it. So she was role-playing as Arthas Menethil. We had, some fun today. We've been wandering around interviewing random people, and we'll probably continue to do so throughout the day.
I look forward to it very much.
Indeed. I must say, you did pose a question to me during one of the interviews, or before the interviews began, which was, how does this help us survive an apocalypse?
Indeed.
And it really doesn't, because it's horrifying. I mean, there was, oddly enough, you were suffering more than I with the huge press of people coming in. There was a...
Yeah, it's weird, because I normally don't worry that much about crowds, because I'm 6'4". I'm normally a head above everyone else. And it was the same here, but the fact that I was carrying a backpack and all this camera equipment, because Adam doesn't hold anything for the podcast.
That's a lie.
The heavy backpack plus wearing suspenders for me is quite claustrophobic because they're never quite long enough for my long body.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all getting to me, and then someone pushed past me. The worst thing when you're in a crowd is if someone pushes past you and you're both going the same way. It's like, I am also trying to get that direction. You're just pushing ahead of me. Why can't we just work together on this?
Yep. The flow is important in a convention.
But anyway, for the most part, Supanova is not that crowded. It's great. You get to see people. You get a chance to stretch out and say hi.
I got to fist bump Chuck Norris. That's a lie.
Yeah, that is a lie. I did get to fist bump Baymax from Big Hero 6.
That's true. A cosplayer.
Well, it was Baymax.
You're a Baymax. Okay. So, at the moment we have Brendan Ruth, who plays Superman, or did play Superman. He plays the Atom, or Atom rather, in DC Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. We have, obviously, Chuck Norris, who needs zero introduction, because if we did introduce him, he would spontaneously appear, because we are within his radius of hearing, I'm sure.
Better not.
And he'll drop kick us right in the throat.
Mm-hmm.
Roundhouse kick, rather.
Yes, that's right.
There's a whole bunch of other people here, so it's cool. I'm hoping to try and kidnap at least one of them.
Yeah.
Summer Glau.
Yeah, probably.
She's here as well. And basically just kidnap her, and she can do an interview with us.
Right.
I'm depressed that Patrick Rothfuss isn't here.
Rotho, what you doing, mate?
Mate, get down here, eh? Actually, no. If you're writing Doors of Stone, then I forgive you for not being at Supanova. Maybe you'll be at Comic-Con.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Maybe.
So this is my first time going to a convention like this.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to work conventions for my last job, and I used to speak there. So I was somewhat of a celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nice coming to a place and not being accosted by fans
Of
constantly.
course, yeah. You're a programming genius celebrity guy. Yep.
I'm kidding, of course, in case anyone did get... Well, you guys knew it was a joke.
So you're doing a bit of cosplay yourself today?
Yes, that's right. So I am dressed up as the 11th Doctor, portrayed by Matt Smith from the series Doctor Who, which is my favourite TV series of all time. And it's really great because you do feel like, again, I have a lot of experience being a celebrity. Adam is looking away, so I can say whatever I want.
I'm distracted by a woman in incredibly tight leather who's just come out of... No, who's just come... No. My mind was not going where you think it was.
Okay.
She was just coming out of the bathroom, and I was just thinking to myself, my goodness, that must be incredibly difficult to go to the bathroom in.
Yeah,
like,
true.
These cosplayers are like real troopers because they must have to dissemble so much to be able to use the bathroom if they need to.
Yeah.
Unless they've got, like catheters or,
just the
colostomy bags or whatever.
Well, no, I was thinking more like the flap that you can unzip and it just everything's ready to go there.
The flap.
Like on onesies.
Yeah.
But so I reckon it's great. Like you say, like they put in a lot of effort for this. And why?
Yeah,
Just
sure.
because they love the universes that have been created. All these authors and artists and movie makers have created this world that is so believable and so exciting that you want to become a part of it. Even if it's just one day at a con. And it's great.
The Raymond D. Feist is here, who did he's an author who has written the Rift War cycle, a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Well, not a whole bunch of other stuff, but some pretty decent, high-reaching fantasy novels. I'd love to get to him, but, that's these celebrities do like to charge through the butt to get a signature or speak to them for 12 seconds.
Yeah, so for a lot of people, it's worth it, and they're coming.
Yep.
They're coming. They paid for the extra, getting something signed, or just to meet a actor or a writer that they're a fan of.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great for them. Unfortunately, the budget for Surviving the Apocalypse, the Nerds Way, is not such that we can afford to reach all these people.
It is infinitesimal. In fact, it's almost non-existent, I would say.
100% non-existent, just saying.
Except for our private account for, buying an island in the future.
Oh, yeah, that's thanks for the donations, guys.
Yeah.
Everyone who's donated to the island is welcome aboard.
Yep, for sure.
So far it's me and Adam.
Yeah.
Not even us.
No, it's a grand total of $2.
Yes. But it's great. Like, cosplaying as the Doctor, it's kind of exciting because people will be like, hey, it's the Doctor. And it's cool. It's like, I imagine what it's like to get recognized if you were the original actor. I just happen to have this weird thing where I look a lot like Matt Smith in the first place. Adam's trying to get my sonic screwdriver prop to work. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably, yeah. Unfortunately, when I was getting dressed into my costume for today, into my cosplay outfit, I took off my jacket because it was getting quite hot, and I forgot that I had my sonic screwdriver in it. I picked up my jacket to put it on, and for whatever reason, sonic screwdriver fell out and it snapped. The one time I needed
you need it and it's not working.
Yeah. So now you kind of have to fiddle with it to get it to work. But it's still fun. It looks like the right thing.
Yes, indeed. I mean, you could pull it out. Wow, that sounded dirty. Moving on. So,
until you made it.
Indeed, until I made it, because that's who I am. We haven't really, because literally we are sitting on the convention floor at the moment doing this.
No, we're in the middle of a huge stadium.
Yeah, surrounded by hundreds of thousands of fans.
Somebody make some noise! Yeah!
Yep, that's the sound of overwhelmed silence. So today we won't be doing story time because literally don't have the capacity to really do much with all the ambient noise. We'd like to have a bit of gravitas when we tell these stories.
So story time will be continuing next time.
Indeed.
If you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to the end of last episode. Actually, listen to the whole episode.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's great.
It's okay.
Come on. Well, lower the expectations.
Yeah, lower the expectations. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like Ant-Man. You go in with low expectations and then come out blown away.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my experience.
That's
Ant-Man.
exactly my experience. In fact, I think it was the experience of everyone
people.
Who went.
Yeah. So, going to be a bit of a different episode. There's going to be the interviews are going to be put together as a video on the Facebook page.
Yep.
So, what we'll do is we can actually play them for you now. But if you want to go onto the Facebook page and watch instead, that'll be far more exciting.
Indeed.
So I hope you enjoy. We had a lot of fun meeting all these people and seeing their amazing costumes. Some of the things they did to make a great costume on a low budget.
Yeah, for sure.
It's great. So really, cosplaying is for anyone, not just people who have a lot of
everybody should get into cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, actually, there's an interesting idea. So, if you couldn't go as the Doctor, who would you go as?
All right, I would go as, I think, could I go as a different Doctor?
No, Doctor Who franchise is gone.
Oh, no, I can't even go as a Dalek.
Non-existent.
Okay, I must be honest. I kind of want to shoot myself for saying this, but I would go as Jon Snow from Game of Thrones.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I saw this amazing video where someone showed you how to cosplay as Jon Snow without on a low budget.
Yeah.
All you have to do is get a leather jacket, and you turn it around so you can't see the zip. You get a cloak, and as you'll hear in the interview, you can just get a cloak from Spotlight. Which is great. You can
fabric store.
Yeah, just get the fabric you need, and then from IKEA you can get these fluffy little tiny rug things. Cut it up. It's not expensive, and then you just add it onto the top of your cloak, and it looks like a fur coat.
Yeah.
It was amazing, and it's like that would cost nothing. I've got a spare leather jacket. I can go to Spotlight and get $10 worth of or was it $20 worth of material?
Yeah. But then the time and effort put into it. So Jon Snow, interesting. Okay.
Last year you went as Gandalf.
I did. Gandalf the Grey.
If you went again as cosplaying,
I'd become as Gandalf the White.
See, that's the same as me choosing another topic. In fact, that's worse because he still has the same face.
True. Okay. Let's see. Different franchise entirely. I'd go as Kvoth.
How? You're gonna have to get red hair dye.
Or a wig. And I'd bring a lute. And
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I've got a mandolin. That looks a bit like a lute.
True, yeah. Or alternatively, let's see. Who would I go as? TV shows, right. I'd go Sherlock.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Benedict
I'd have to
Cumberbatch.
shave, because at the moment I'm growing my winter beard, and I'm looking a little bit, how do I say this, homeless.
Yeah, I don't know about the homeless thing, but it certainly looks like Adam is about to steal everything I own.
Yeah, I'm definitely a mountain man at the moment.
Plus, he's got these blue contacts on.
Oh, yeah, I brought blue contact lenses here just because I thought, while I'm interviewing people, I want them to have the capacity... Well, I want them to believe I'm looking into their soul.
Yeah, that's what it feels like at the moment.
And they're pretty vibrant blue as well. Neon almost. So, yeah, that took a while to get in, and boy, do my eyes hurt.
Oh, no, Adam. Oh, no.
So, yeah, that's pretty fun, though. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. We were going to do this thing where I was just going to buy a random thing every time and add it to my ensemble. So we had the contact lenses. Then I was going to get some steampunk goggles.
But unfortunately, again, our budget being zero is not really allowed.
No. So yeah, but it's been a huge fun wandering around, seeing all the cool stuff here today. We'll probably do a couple more interviews while we're here.
Great.
We did have an incident with the train station trying to get here. That was fun.
Actually, we've got the audio of us explaining that. Maybe we should put that in.
Yeah. So that's that now.
So, Adam, would you be able to describe for the audience what just happened?
I'd say mild disorientation there, John.
Okay.
Because, well, at the moment it is brilliantly bright outside.
Okay.
And as we all know, I am a night walker of the most extreme values. So being out in the day has disorientated me. So you being the cocky man you are, decided, we'll be fine, we'll leave at like 5. No, not at all. So we're walking towards the train station and see a couple of literal wizards running towards it as well.
Yeah, actual wizards.
Indeed. So we've decided, we should probably start running as well. I don't ever catch trains. I'm not a peasant.
See, what us peasants have, by the way, number one, so you're getting close.
Yeah.
We have these things called smart riders, so all you have to do is get to the train station, tag on, and then hop on the train.
Yeah, now, I have to buy a literal ticket.
Which I don't think I've bought a ticket since I was 10 years old.
Yeah. So the train had pulled up, and John's just basically ran off and left me alone. This son of a horrible man.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad.
But I have no idea what I'm pressing, so I'm just like, this button. What do I press from here? I don't know. It's just saying zone 1, 4, 12, 17. So a bit confused at this point. So we get, literally as the ticket comes out, the doors to the train close, and our hopes close with them.
Because it took so long. You paid for it, and then we're just sitting there waiting for the ticket to come out. The doors are open. Everything's fine. What I should have done is run and just waited in the door so it would close on me and then reopen.
Would it do that?
They only do it once.
Oh, right, okay. That may have been enough.
Yeah, it might have been enough. but I wasn't sure how long it was going to take.
Oh, and who knows, maybe this is the one time there'd be a fault and you'd be severed in half.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so they're probably smart.
Bad news for me, good news for you and for the podcast, because then we get on the news. Podcast host dies while trying to get to Supernova. Dies by train.
Podcast called Surviving the Apocalypse, The Nerds Way, dies horribly on way to Nerdfest. I think that's a good title.
So he died horribly the Nerds Way.
So now we're just sitting here waiting for the train to come, and I guess we'll update you further when we get to...
sorry, when? You mean if we get to Supernova?
Yeah, true, if. I mean, it's not off to a great start. All right, I love you all. If you don't hear from us, goodbye.
Yeah, so as you heard, maybe we're not the greatest at managing public transport, but there you go.
Considering I've never really been on a train before... Oh, sorry, that's a lie. I've never been on a train in Perth.
Oh, okay.
It's clean, I'll give it that much, but not, I wouldn't touch the poles or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people who live in, like, New York, manage that subway. I mean, I know Fist from Lagging Balls. She catches the train from New Jersey into New York for her job.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, I wouldn't, no.
Even when I went on the tube, the London Underground, I was, like, amazed at these people doing this every day, because you're crushed in with so many people, and you're all wearing winter coats because it's so cold outside. And you think it would be good, but it's not, because everyone's so close together and rugged up, and it gets so hot in the carriage.
Yuck, yeah.
And you want to take off your jacket, but there's no room to take it off. So you've just got to, like, sit there like...
And swelter.
I'm very comfortable being touched by 17 strangers and sweating inside my coat.
That makes me worry.
But then when you get out, you're like, oh, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm. And then you just start stripping off? And then running through London naked?
No, because it's still cold outside. You're like,
oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you don't want to do
icicles
that.
form on your beard after that.
So, yeah, right. Curious enough, nobody has sent me any scary stories.
What?
I know, right? I've been dying to hear your scary stories, people. Send them through.
Come on.
Or I will weep tears of blood and create my own scary story.
And also, the blood tears takes a while to clean up, so I'd appreciate it if you did send through those stories.
Yeah, I would do that, definitely. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing what else we get up to today. There's not... Like, we're not really going to many panels or anything like that. I mean, the only panels I'd go to, really... Oh, my goodness, there's a couple of Jedis. They look awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that looks so sick.
That's so good.
Yeah, for sure. They look like old Jedi Masters as well. It looks wicked. Man, I wish I was a Jedi. I would totally use my Force for the, dark side of things. I'd be a
you're
Sith.
straight on the dark side, let me tell you.
I'd totally be a Sith. But at the same time... So Sith use emotion to, garner their power, as far as I'm aware. Me, I'm more serene. I don't let emotion enter into it.
So you do evil. You're on the dark side, but you don't give in to your emotion.
No.
So I think that makes you a dark Jedi, not a Sith.
Yeah, I'd say I'm a dark Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is essentially a Sith in, all but name. So yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed. I don't know. What else have we got today? Really, not a lot. We've just been... I don't know, we just want to set up and chat, I guess. There is a song I would like to play. For those... well, we'll do it in post, obviously. I heard it on... So those of Australians would know. And any international listeners that we have, I'd highly recommend listening to the Hamish and Andy podcast.
Okay.
Right? They were Australian radio hosts, which left radio, and now they're doing their own podcast once a week. And they made a song called 2 Foot Tony, which is about learning to surf.
Okay.
I know it sounds weird. They had James Bay do it. It's rubbish, right?
Okay.
But then a woman sent in a cover, and all I can say is, I love this woman.
Okay.
I think her name is Jack Host. And I haven't gotten permission yet, but I'm going to ask her before we put this up, or else we'll just have to, end this. But I would recommend going to listen to it. 2 Foot Tony, she's on SoundCloud. Jack Host, J-A-C, Host, H-O-S-T. And it's called 2 Foot Tony. It sounds amazing. She plays piano, so you'd love it. And I'm pretty sure it was all done by herself. So she's got backup vocals and stuff like that. And her voice is serene. I'd marry her just for her voice.
Okay. Well, she might not be single, but...
No, yeah, that's true.
Hey, you know the feeling. Your mate says the waves are peeling. Cool your heels boy, you can't surf. You know you're gonna look silly, and the air is feeling chilly, and your body's old like Colin Firth. Line up the man's respect, which way up does your wetsuit zip up? Have you checked? Remember the zip, it's predominantly at the back. You can drive to the beach with your waddy half on. How are you enjoying the sun? Enjoying the sun. Go grab a shell from the sand, put it to your ear. The message from the ocean is loud and clear. You could be a 1D naughty, but aim to be a 2-foot tony. You'll be in a bow down, you're ready to shred Fred, 'cause it's well worth learning to surf. There's something pulling stronger than a rip. The sea is closed, you can taste it on your lips. You can be a 1D naughty, aim to be a 2-foot tony. You'll be in a bow down, get on a shred Fred, 'cause it's well worth learning. You could be a 1D naughty, aim to be a 2-foot tony. You'll be in a bow down, ready to shred Fred, 'cause it's well worth learning. It's well worth learning. Oh, it's well worth learning to
I was horribly ill last weekend, right?
Okay.
So I was at work, and as some of you know, I work night shift. And halfway through my shift, I got such a cramp in my stomach that I had to rush to the bathroom, and I destroyed that bathroom. That porcelain was cracked, I'm telling you now.
Oh, wow.
It was not pleasant. Vomiting everywhere was not a pleasant experience, right?
Oh, this is a great visual.
Yeah, right. So I was, unfortunately, hospitalized for a small time.
Oh, wow.
Massive dehydration, and I had a migraine. I've never had a migraine before. I know some people are jealous of that fact now, but never had a migraine. And my mind was locked in this weird fugue, like locked state, right? Where all I could think about, like as I'm trying to sleep, which wasn't that great, all I could think about was this series of books called The Demon Cycle. I've spoken about it before.
Okay.
And my mind was just dredging up all these names and titles and things like that. And it was just weird. Like, my dreams would not shift from that. It was locked. Every time I try and zone out, like even when I wasn't asleep, my mind would just go to that state. And all I know is, I was so ill that if this was the apocalypse, right, I would have died.
Oh, wow.
Because I was alone. And if I was alone, I would have died. I would have been laid out. There was nothing I could have done. And so here I was, just laying down, reveling in this glorious pain in my skull. And I was just thinking to myself, if this was anything but modern day society, I'd be ruined. There'd be nothing I could do. So I eventually got better. Everything kind of went away on Sunday morning. And I can tell you now, I was sitting out the back in the coolness, because I was still a bit hot, and it was something else entirely. Like, it just felt like a relief, a burden had been lifted from me. Like, after having that terrible type of experience come through, and having that end, it was so good. It was wonderful.
Do you feel like that made it all worth it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It really did. Like, having that, like, weird sense of relief was palpable. It was so pleasant. But, like, it was just the migraine that was the worst thing. Because for the few days beforehand, my right eye was twitching at random points in time. So if I was talking to somebody and my right eye started to twitch, I looked like a crazy person. And I am a crazy person, but I'm a crazy person who likes to remain unnoticed. Okay? So, but after the migraine, it went. So I'd say my body was just like, hey, something terrible is coming your way. Just beware. And now it's gone. Oh, my goodness. But it was just crazy. Like, that migraine was the worst thing I've ever had in my life. Felt like my head was in a vice and just squeezing brains out my ears. Nice visual. Hope no kids are listening. Sorry about that.
Brutal.
What's the sickest you've ever been, John?
Oh... There was a real recent time I was extremely sick, and I think it was my first time having, like, I've had diarrhea before, but, like, not really, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't...
Explosive.
Yeah, like, I've just had a diarrhea-ish situation.
Upset stomach.
But this was my first time actually having it, and it was just so bizarre because I didn't know this until I managed to get a doctor. I think it was 2 days later I managed to get a doctor because I was too sick and I had to get the
IV intravenous drip.
No. Sorry, I had to. I wasn't that bad.
No, I had to get that. That was
just
fun.
Had someone come in. What do you call it? At-home doctor.
Oh, yep, calling
anyway,
doctor.
So until they came, I didn't know that you were supposed to let it happen. I thought you were supposed to stop. I know this is stupid, but I thought it was bad that it was happening. Like, I thought...
Your body's trying to purge itself.
Dehydrated, right, from doing it, and that's all I knew. I didn't know that if you just let it happen, it'll all flash out, and then your body will reset itself, assuming it's not too bad. Mm-hmm. So they kind of say, like, you let it happen, but if you get dehydrated or... what was the word? Yeah, like, if you can't do a number one... No, if you can't do a number one, that's bad, because that means all of your water is going out number two. And that's when it becomes a problem.
Yep.
So they were like, as long as you can still go and you're going multiple times a day, it's fine.
Okay.
And I was going, like, twice a day, which is unusual for me. Normally it's, like, 18 times a day because I drink so much water,
yeah.
Anyway, so this is all just gross details. Basically, it is to say that this was my first time, and because I didn't understand how the sickness worked, I just was ill prepared for it, and I made myself worse. And it turned out that they were like, yeah, let the diarrhea happen, try to avoid vomiting. And it was fine after that. I didn't even feel sick anymore because I wasn't so worried about the diarrhea.
Yeah.
So don't worry if you get diarrhea is the point of this podcast.
Yeah, let it happen.
Now, you may be asking, how does talking about sickness help you survive the apocalypse? Or how does getting sick help you survive the apocalypse?
Depending on, well, once again, depending on the type of apocalypse. But let's say it's a pestilence type of thing.
Oh, no.
It'll build up your immune system. But, I mean, if it's a genetically modified virus, we're all doomed anyways.
Yeah, we're all doomed.
So, just let it happen. But, build up your immune system. Like, so many people use, and me included in this, like the antibacterial hand sanitizer stuff, and also like when we don't
you
have
used it when you accidentally touched the pole on the train.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Because we use, like, our immune systems are weaker than our predecessors because we're so clean.
Yes, right.
Our cleanliness is kind of at the forefront of our mind. So yeah, we've got we've got to tone down on that, I guess.
Indeed. So I'm about to have a child, and don't freak out when I tell you this, but I am going to be careful not to go overboard with the cleanliness. Like, I'm obviously not going to be just having petri dishes of Hep B lying around my child's bedroom.
Yep.
But I'm going to try and remember, like, don't make everything clean, and, like, the child, when it's a little bit older, can start to go out into the garden and play.
And play in dirt.
Yeah, just
as they
because
should.
I've heard... And there's a lot of research saying that that does actually help build your immune system, and it makes sense because you're exposed to more elements. Yeah. Your body starts to build up those immunities.
Well, all the bacteria in dirt itself will help strengthen an immune system.
Indeed.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I'm told when your baby is still being nursed by the mother, it has a way up immune system anyway. So we might get sick all the time, us as parents, but the child will probably be fine.
Yep.
Because it's got a supercharged immune system, which is great for the baby.
Indeed.
Being sick sucks.
Man, you must be so looking forward to having this child.
I am, yes. Why are you saying it like, oh, you must be so... Are you saying that I shouldn't be? Or?
No, I'm saying like
Okay.
you must be like excited to have this child. I mean, it's
Yes.
going to be so cool. Like a new adventure.
Indeed. And the clan size is increasing, so it'll be easier for me to survive the apocalypse.
I mean, your family's huge anyways.
Yeah, right. The family I'm from, I have 5 brothers and sisters.
Yep.
So I don't know, my poor wife, because I'm going to want to have 20 children. So
Yep. So Caitlin, if you're listening to this, which hopefully you are,
come on, listen to my podcast. Like, oh, you can support me, sure.
That's I hope that's not news to you. 20 children.
20 children.
I'm so sorry, Caitlin. I'm so sorry.
But yes, if you are sick at the moment, or if you get sick soon, or if you're like me and you get sick all the time, just remember, the more you're sick, the stronger you're making your immune system, and the higher likelihood that you'll be the one person that can survive the virus that destroys the human race.
And then you're that only person alive in a dead world.
Oh, well, maybe you'll be like one of the few people. I was trying to be positive.
No, there is no positivity in the apocalypse, John.
Sorry, everyone.
Yep, that's all right. So last night, I was... Because as we all know, I'm a night dweller.
Indeed, we do know that.
I was... And I had to kind of have a little bit of a sleep in early morning to come here during the day and be one of these, normal day dwellers. But I was watching a couple of series with... a couple of movies. Paul Bentley, I think his name is. The guy who plays Jarvis and Vision from
cool.
The Avengers and everything like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was watching some of his movies. No idea why. I just thought, you know what? I like that guy. I'm watching his stuff. So the first movie I watched was called Legion. A bit underrated, I'd say, right?
Okay.
So it's about God losing faith in humanity. Right, and sending an apocalypse.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, sending an apocalypse, right? And it's about a baby. There must have been like a contingency plan in place or something for something like this to happen. And if the baby's born, I don't know, grace is restored or something. Who knows? Anyway, an angel who named Michael is sent to kill the baby.
Oh wow!
But he hasn't been born yet, obviously. But he decided, he is going to disobey. He knew this was going to happen, so he knew he was going to disobey. So as soon as he lands, he cuts off his wings. There's hugely interesting themes throughout the movie. So all of the angels have, this weird collar around them.
Oh.
And when he cuts off his wings, his grace, kind of, if you will, his angelic power, the collar falls off. That's just, an interesting... because you remember, angels don't technically have free will in classic theology.
Sure. They also don't have wings in classic theology.
True.
But
so
I won't get into that.
Yeah. So anyway, Michael goes to this diner out in the middle of nowhere, and basically, there's a group of people, and a couple of weird things have happened already. This old lady, creepy old lady, probably one of the creepiest scenes in the movie, saying some pretty horrific things, then starts crawling along the roof, tears out somebody's throat.
What?
Oh, no, it's weird.
It's weird. Your kind of movie, because it's weird.
Yeah. But it's really interesting. The acting's... Sorry, okay. The acting's okay. I'm not going to, go, oh my goodness, it's brilliant. But Paul Bentley is amazing. His stuff on that. And then immediately I thought, you know what? I want to watch another one of his movies.
Okay.
So it's called Priest. I don't know what's going on with Paul Bentley.
Religious
Yeah, but he's
themes
going
and
on hugely religious thing.
Okay.
Also cool. It's this one's based off a... Oh, I should finish... Oh, I'm not going to spoil Legion. You should watch it. It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Priest. So it's about a... Since the dawn of time, there's been humans and vampires, and they've been at war forever, yada, yada, yada.
Like real life. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. And if you're a Supanova, you've probably seen a few vampires.
Yes.
Anyway, so they have the humans kind of regress behind these massive walled cities which are controlled by the church. Kind of think Vatican-esque, if you will, except massive, monolithic, and kind of corrupt. The clergy are bastards. Anyway,
okay.
They use their power not for ill, so to speak, but to make their own lads comfortable. Anyway, while this is like they kind of defeat the vampire menace, because they created this living weapon called priests, which can match the strength and speed and veracity of a vampire, and just lays waste to a bunch of them. Paul Bentley is obviously a priest.
If you can hear that, Adam's
I'm just keep playing with the
sonic screwdriver.
Sonic screwdriver, can't help it. Anyway, so they do this whole like this really cool scenes with like martial arts and daggers and stuff like that. Looks really cool. Once again, acting not great. Everything's kind of held up by Paul Bentley. But still, solid movie, interesting premise. You should check that out as well.
Okay.
I don't know why. It just seems like I was on a religious bend last night watching, but it was just.
But it was a Paul Bentley bent.
Yeah, it was literally just his stuff.
For short.
Yeah.
That would have been way better.
And that's the
if
podcast.
It wasn't exactly the same. Okay.
So yeah, those are the movie reviews of today. Today's pop culture reference is brought to you by.
Wait, we did say last week what this one was going to be.
I don't remember that.
Oh man, the sponsor. No, can't remember.
No. Well.
We need to listen to our own podcast. Apparently,
I do. I just don't remember it. I listened to that the night I was violently ill, so I was just like, that was glorious. Oh, I'm so funny listening to myself. Hold back my hair. So yeah. All right. So we're gonna go out and do some more interviews. And we will talk to you fine people later. Follow us on Twitter, Voice of Adam for me. Go to who I follow and find John, because I'm not even going to attempt a JLOKEY or something like that. Is that correct?
JLOKELY.
Oh, I was close. I was one letter off. On Twitter. We're on Twitter as well, on the Nerdsway. Facebook, /The Nerdsway. And send us an email at thenerdsway @gmail.com. Yes, I did it. All of it, with that help.
Don't forget the scary stories for Adam so he doesn't cry tears.
Please, I don't want to cry tears of blood. Yeah. It's not a pleasant experience, especially if I walk to pick up my niece from school. Please don't let this happen. If you do, it's on you, okay?
Oh my goodness, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it is. Stigmata.
Yes. See you next time. I hope you really enjoyed that episode.
Indeed, fare thee well, and remember, I'm watching you right now and you look pretty. Goodbye. We are here at Supanova, Perth, Western Australia. I'm stuffing my face because I skipped breakfast. So, John, give us a look around, have a look at all the wonderful, well, literally the butt end of the food court, because this is where I wanted to get something to eat. Delicious. So we're going to interview a couple of people today. Cosplayers, well, anyone really of note. But looks pretty damn fun around here, and everyone is going to have a fantastic time. Anyway, we'll check back in later on. Goodbye.
So we're at Supanova at the moment. The first thing that you notice is some people are wearing unusual clothing, such as the people who are not cosplayers right now. Unusual, very unusual. But for everyone else who has brought a costume, it's amazing. Now, it may look like I only put half the effort in, but I was just getting a bit hot in my Matt Smith jacket. So, I mean, I've got the bow tie. We thought about getting a fez, but it was a little bit soft. So, but yes, blah blah blah, yay. Okay, but yes, Supanova, very fun. This is my first time. Adam's gone once before. I wonder where that guy is. Where is Adam? Hey, you're gonna make everyone sick.
What's that?
I'm not sure what that means.
What's up?
Oh, never mind. I know what that means. So yes, the Surviving the Apocalypse, the Nerd's Way. We've been brought to Supanova. Actually, I have a question for Adam. I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do pop culture conventions help you survive the apocalypse?
Oh, okay, so give me this. This will be a second. All right, so in the apocalyptic scenario, let's just say right now, the undead would have burst forth, and from there, chaos would erupt. This is one of the worst places to be. Very few exits, mass amounts of people. We would all perish pretty quickly. Pretty dark thought, but true. But how would it help us survive the apocalypse? Well, psychologically, it would help us because it gives us hope for humanity. I mean, if you look around at everybody here, nothing but smiles and joy. Yeah, that's going to be my reason.
I really want to just pan to someone with a really grumpy expression on their face.
That's generally me. I'm the one with the grumpy expression, the stern expression to make people, move out of the way. And with the, homeless-looking beard, it works wonderful. So, we're going to grab someone. Let's see. Let's just grab a random cosplayer. Now, I guess the key to grabbing someone off the street to interview is surprise. Wait, no, we're just interviewing, not kidnapping. Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. All right. So here, brought to you live by the Nerdsway Studios, we have nobody. Here's my friend Francesca. She is cosplaying as Ori from Kavoth's storyline in the King Killer Chronicles.
Oh, I thought they were cosplaying as Harry Potter, Hermione, and Ron while they're under the invisibility coat.
Could be as well. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Ori likes to be small and quiet. Okay. All right. Okay. Now. Oh, Lucio. That's cool. So we have several people that we could interview here. So let's go over and ask this person. Come, let's walk. All right, we're going to try and grab a minor interview with the person who's dressing up as, the crow by the looks of things. Looks terribly, terribly terrifying. And if that's a raven, I'm going to see if she can quote the entirety of The Raven from memory right here, right now, by Edgar Allan Poe. Why not? We're a terrible, terrible race. Hello, and welcome back. We finally have someone who we have just pulled into the realm here. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Mel, and my Facebook is facebook.com/crowsplay with a dash in the middle.
Oh, rightio, cool. So who are you role-playing? Sorry, too much Dungeons & Dragons talk for me today. Cosplaying as today?
The Crow.
The Crow.
Yes.
From the movie The Crow.
Yes.
Nice. So, out of curiosity, right? So, with your cosplay, how long did that take to accumulate into a full-blown outfit?
I got up 6:30 this morning, and I didn't finish till probably about 10.
Right. Wow, that's intense. So, I've got to ask about the staff. Pretty intense.
Yes.
And you've already told me that its name is Quoth. So, Quoth from Quoth the Raven.
Yeah.
But it's a crow. No, it's all right. Yes, indeed. So you have a raven as a pet. That's cool. All right, so that's cool. So I know that a lot of cosplayers have multiple outfits that they sometimes change into or have to change out to because of excessive heat or whatever. Do you have another outfit planned for the rest of the convention?
Not today, but tomorrow I'll be Arwen from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, nice. Do you have the Hasselfad, the sword? No, that's all right. Oh, that's believe me. Arwen, one of my favorite characters out of Lord of the Rings. So how long did that cosplay take to get together?
From start to finish in the morning, probably about 6:30, but then I'd finish about 8:30, so it's not so bad.
Oh, that's all right. That's not terrible, but wow. I mean, I have a great respect for cosplayers. I mean, you really go out there and do stuff. What kind of inspired you to come as the Crow today?
I actually like the TV series, and then that started me off watching the movies. So yeah, and then
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone else cosplay as the Crow here, so first time for everything.
Nice. Well, it's certainly the face makeup. Well, at least I hope it's face makeup, and I'm not insulting you. But yeah, that certainly brings out the paleness of the Crow. That's for certain. Messengers of death. Well, thank you, Mel, for taking the time to speak with us. So thank you.
Hello, Baymax. I've always wanted to meet you. Can I give you a fist bump? Okay. So, quick question: how long did it take you to make this cosplay costume?
Well, to be honest, it's actually I bought it from online, so I'm not boasting or anything, but it took me 4 weeks for it to arrive.
Yes, that's so good. 4 weeks. Just get it from delivery. I like your style. Cool. Well, it's very impressive. You're getting a lot of people taking photos, so well done.
And you see my little son right there? He's also the little Baymax.
Oh, yes. That's amazing. So you got the whole family.
Yeah, it's good fun, good entertainment fun.
Great. Thanks very much. Hope you have a good conference.
Fist bump.
Here is rare footage of Adam doing his makeup. He does this before every podcast. I keep telling him, Adam, we don't film the podcast, so you don't need to do your makeup. But he's like, they can hear it. They can hear how my face looks.
There we go. How's that difference? We have two amazing cosplayers here, the Lich Queen and the Dark Lady. So first up, I have to ask, Alliance or Horde?
Support the Horde. I mean, I'm not against the Alliance, per se.
So bifactional? Yeah. So cowards, all. Thank you for your interview. Goodbye. No. So, can you tell us what you are?
Arthas. I'm Sylvanas Windrunner.
Nice. Arthas is fine. Anyone who watches this will know, so that's fine. So I've got to ask, these costumes are amazing. I mean, they just look so cool. We are at the moment at the cosplay repair center because we're ambushing people. No. So no, I've got to ask about the costumes. So how long, from start to finish, basically, including, well, I wouldn't say buying, but at least the crafting of it all, would it have taken to make your costume?
I mean, we started 2 months officially when we made the plans for it, but we were on and off a lot.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, we have work and everything, so it takes a little time. So sometimes I'd say it'd be about maybe like 3 to 4 hours times maybe 8 days.
Yeah.
Work.
Really?
So yeah,
It wasn't.
Jeez Louise, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, righto. But I love the Crown of Damnation. That's pretty hardcore. But could you give us a little twirl? Look at the cloak. That's awesome. So shimmery and wonderful. Yeah, indeed. So now the Dark Lady here, Lady Sylvanas Windrunner, War Chief of the Peasantry Horde. Now, she has renowned for having the black tear strokes, and you've even done that. John, could you get a close-up just of the eyes? See the darkness, yeah. Now you just need red eyes, the glowing hatred of Sylvanas Windrunner.
one second.
Yeah. It took me like 4 minutes to get these in, and it was horrifying.
Like just normal contacts.
Yeah.
For my eyes in general.
Yeah.
I hope you're not using that horrifying thing to put it in. Yeah, just like, beep. How much, roughly, did each of these cost in total?
Not too much because we kind of DIY'd it a lot. So like the breastplate and the armor is all foam and paper mache. The gloves and stuff is stuff we had at home. And then the capes were $10 because the material was on sale. So, I mean, all up it was probably like 50, $60.
It makes it closer to 100.
Yeah.
Closer to 100.
Oh yeah, the little bits.
There's like little stuff about that is more expensive than you expect it to be.
Really?
Yeah. It's like $15 for Velcro.
So I might just scoot in the middle here, so that way I'm not blocking the way there. That might be a bit better. All right, so... oh, wow, now I'm between two evils. Okay, usually I'm the one that's in the evil. Okay, so with Sylvanas Windrunner, why did you want to cosplay as that horrible, horrible war chief?
I mean, she's cool.
Yeah, it's fair. She's pretty cool.
I've been playing a lot of like WoW with my boyfriend recently, and just getting back into it again because of Battle of Azeroth coming out.
Of course.
Just wanting to play through all of the campaigns again, and all of the expansions, and just like people kind of like crap on like Burning Legion a little bit, but I really love the storyline in there, and I love
for sure.
it so much, and just I don't know, it was kind of inspirational to play her again, and just cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. So, how much attention do you get wandering the show floor here?
Yeah, we've been stopped a lot. Yeah.
Now, as we are in the repair station here,
Yes.
your costume does keep breaking a bit.
A little bit. I've lost one
fan
arm
brace?
man.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry. I'm not using. Bang! There you go. I've taken out the Dark Lady. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's all. So cosplay's fragile. That's what we're taking away from this.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, we made it on the cheap. So.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But I must say, it looks fantastic. So thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
And for the Alliance. Probably the last interview of a long day of wandering around and spending far too much money. We're here with Mr. Lewis. Lewis, how are you?
I am doing very well, thank you very much, Adam.
And that's good. Now, tell us who you are. Who's dressed you today on this red carpet?
Okay, I am Link from Breath of the Wild in the DLC pack as Tingle, the weird fairy person. Yeah!
That's cool, right. Well, I have to say, it's very green. It's very green. But, you know, it's cool. I know that you put a lot of effort and you make a lot of your own stuff. So for like several of your other cosplays that you've done.
Yes, I have.
Would you say that you've put in that effort in this one?
Well, I dare say I would. The sword, I reckon, is amazing. It does have a lot of battle damage on it, and it's probably one of the most proudest things I've actually ever made.
All right, well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the camera here. So, all the intricate battle damage that's gone across here, and elf blood, moss. Oh, okay, right.
Because in the actual movie, in the actual game, it's stabbed in the ground for a couple of years and left to rot, and so that's probably why it looks rusted. And there's moss at the bottom of it because obviously moss grows, and it's
of course. No, hey, it looks good. Did you make the shield yourself?
Yes, I did.
Jeez, that's all right.
That one did not take as much. It was fairly easy, actually.
Oh, radio. This is easy. That's cool. So, I have to say, this isn't the most revealing costume I've ever seen today. I did see someone from Rocky Horror in literally just his underwear wandering around. It was intense. So you have nothing to worry about in that regard. That's okay. But yeah, so yes. So how long would you say it took you, including the sword, to make this entire ensemble?
20 hours, maybe 30 hours.
All right. Yeah.
It's been over like 2 months. There are times when I felt really motivated to actually do something, so I did it. And then other times I just sit at home and play Overwatch with mates.
Overwatch, yeah, I can get on that. Yeah, for sure. All right, and you've also got contact lenses in as well, much like my own glorious ones. How long, out of curiosity, how long did it take you to get your contacts in?
5 minutes.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that tracks. Yeah, I did. I brought mine and did that in the costume repair. So, are you coming as someone different tomorrow? Because I've heard sometimes certain cosplayers do that. Like each day will be someone different.
No, I did have someone else that I was going as today instead, but I just did not get that one done because, once again, motivation levels and Overwatch. I play a lot of Overwatch with friends, so they didn't work out well. Yeah, no.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Well,
I'll be coming as this again.
No, that's all right. And what's on the side there? Ah, okay.
It's a pouch.
It's a pouch.
Excellent. I don't have pockets,
so you're going to have something to store everything in.
Yes.
Very cool.
Thank you.
That's my pleasure. Well, this wraps up today's Supanova Fun Splosion activity. Yeah, you heard it here. Fun Splosion. Join us next time for story time and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. I'm Adam Dixon, the reporter in the field for Nerdsway News. Thank you.
Go the apocalypse.
Oh, yeah, you heard it here. Go the apocalypse.